This video is brought to you in part by TruTech Tools, quality tools, essential support.
All right, guys, so we are at a factory here and we're replacing pretty much everything on this little chiller here. We're going to be replacing the compressor right here. We're going to be replacing the evaporator coax coil here. And we're going to be replacing the condenser coil here. The condenser coil had a leak in it. It lost a lot of its refrigerant. We got the Boy Wonder here. And so we're kind of working together to get this thing done. It's kind of basically we're building a whole new one. This silver thing, we got to reuse that fan. That's what we're doing. This device here is a Riedel. I believe this one's made in Germany. And what it does is it controls this big old machine you see over here. That is a laser cutter. They build automotive parts here and they cut out and bend metal into all the little frames and things like that that you see over there. Everything's robotic and stuff like that. Really can't show much of the factory, but mainly just want to show you what we're doing here. Hey, what are these?
Flat jaws, flat jaws.
They're flat jaws. Won't fit?
Yeah, I was very, very optimistic, and then I realized it's not gonna work.
Not gonna happen. All right, we gotta go grab a different one.
And plus all this is gonna get all heated up and undone anyhow. And we're replacing the TXV, so just get that all out of the way.
So right there's how we had to make the repair. The guy that quit, this is another one of his jobs. So he made it. Yeah, he's a quitter.
He's a quitter. You got a 2-incher? Aha.
A little loose, but yeah, works.
2-incher will work. You can tell this had a condenser oil leak because everything down here is just covered in oil.
Yeah.
Can you see if you can get that back one? I'm assuming there's only 3.
You got my drill dirty. What the hell?
I'm gonna go grab rags in a minute.
Compressor's loose. We'll have to drill these out, I think, maybe. You guys are probably wondering, why are we putting all this money into it? Believe it or not, the mixture between getting the device replaced, having it available, the cost of repair versus replace. Sometimes they are able to put more money into repairs than they are into replacement. All kinds of dumb, crazy things like that. For the most part, I don't know. I'm a service guy and I fix stuff, so I really don't care. It's just what we're doing. All right, so we've got the fan out. You can see where we had to make that cut and repair there. Everything's really, really dirty here because they do all kinds of cutting. We got a new flat plate heat exchanger, which we've got right here. You see the brand there. We got our new compressor, and then we got our new coil here. We had to straighten out the fins a little bit. Oh yeah. And then we're missing a cap, which is really nice. What are you doing?
It's not working real well.
Because you're using too small of a drill bit. Use a bigger one.
Unsweat it here.
Yeah.
And then unsweat it down there at the TXV. We can move this whole thing. That way we can get the compressor out.
That's really weak now. Set it down. There you go. And then we'll grab my little lift thing and we can take it somewhere. Yeah, it's had a few leaks. I love that mag liner. Thing makes it so simple. So it folds down like that. Makes it so nice. You guys have seen that right there. Makes it so simple. It's rated for 500 pounds. Flip it on the side.
You're gonna get some phosgene gas, I can see it.
So those look like the type that pull off of there. That needs insulated too.
That's your refrigerant.
what this goes to is this water over here. So that's just water in there. Supposedly treated, probably reverse osmosis, if they're smart. Hey Frenchie, how does that come apart, man? You have to figure that out. Okay, we're gonna put a little plumber's grease on our fitting. We're going to unhook the stop one. Hold that up in the air and try to swap this as cleanly as possible.
Okay, it snapped, so.
All right, do it. Try to do left and right if you can.
Not exactly. I think it's coming. Yeah, it is.
All right, have at it.
I'm gonna try and not. It's gonna leak water.
I don't give a shit. Let's see what we gotta do. Take it up high. Here we go. Ready, set. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, it's so easy to hold. Aha! Hola! Come on down here, baby.
So you're gonna have to put it in the hole. Put it in the hole.
What about doing far as
all right, never mind.
insulation? You know what I'm saying? Hola! Ole! Woohoo! Ay, ay, ay! That turned out pretty decent. We got to insulate it somehow. Because God forbid we send insulation with it. Yeah, why would we want to do that? There's a wide view of this big old factory.
What we need to do is get this back in its home.
I think we need to like go get some Armaflex tape and wrap that baby. They don't run super cold, so it shouldn't like be that bad. I mean, hell, none of these water lines are wrapped. Made in France. Laps should be flying.
Hold on, you want to do that beat first? Why are you getting all grumpy now?
No.
Yeah, you are.
No.
I can tell when you're grumpy. Dude, can people just leave me the phone?
Now, obviously, we're gonna burn the shit out of that, so we're gonna have to cut that back off. Scotch-Brite here on this. Now let's go ahead and throw a little bit of Seal on there. I cheat and do something you shouldn't probably do because I don't want to deal with the aftermath if it don't work out well. Because I will put a light coating on the inside of my fitting here just a little bit. Yeah, I'm a bad person. I'm not getting it deep in there, but I'm getting enough that it's going to melt onto that thing. That way I don't have to deal with it not hitting it, because if it don't have flux on it, it's not going to stick for shit. Even though I screwed up on that last video.
Yeah, you definitely did screw up on that. I watched it, and I said it from the get-go. I didn't even know what was wrong, but I said, why isn't he checking the filter dryer?
Well, I even said the liquid's cold. Usually stainless steel heats up really fast, unlike brass, it's a little bare. There we go. So basically, I put a lot in the top, and then I pull it down to the bottom. I think we got it, and we'll let this cool before I move it. All right, so we got it cleaned up. Looks good from this side. Got to check the underside with the mirror. Rags are all wrapped around it, all nice and tight. So we're getting ready to burn it in. I had to reuse that other piece over here. We got that done first.
Because you got a big old bead on the bottom.
Okay, do I need to wipe it away?
No, just leave it on.
All right, guys, so I ended up bending me a whole new piece here. As you can see here, it's 1/2 inch. It's to make it attached to that sight glass. Problem is, our friends across the pond use that millimeter stuff, or metrics, and it don't fit quite right. So you got to come in here with your sledging tool and adjust it a little bit. It's off by a smidget. Hopefully it's ½ inch equivalent.
Midget, midget.
There we go, and then boom. Now it should fit in there. Now it's standard. Look at that. Look at that. Will you look at that? Will you look at that? It's standard now. So you got metric and then you got standard. We are the standard because, you know, we do everything different than everybody. So yeah, whether it's right or wrong, we do it different. So yeah, there you go, bros. There you go. So yep, and yeah, it ain't happening. We've been having to clean crap out with the brush, not really running nitrogen. We are bad people today. You know, yeah, you caught me. You caught me. So we got everything hooked up here. We're getting ready to braze this on there. We just got to trim it to meet up to this piece here. However, we got to get this coil into place first, and we got to go get some bolts for that because either we rivet it in, which Clayton says he don't want to do rivets. Okay, so we're going to bolt the coil back into place. We're not riveting it. We went and picked up some washers that are nylon backed or what have you. So get it prepped and ready to go here. Be a lot easier if I had both hands. So you get the point. So we're gonna put a washer on both sides because this thing has a lot of vibration. So we'll put one there, same on the other, and then my favorite, the lock nut. Throw it in there real quick. I'll set over here and record you because I don't want to get dirty.
You need to help me get it up in there.
Just throw it over here. Come on now. I got you. Now lift it up and don't bust the bottom. You bend her up a little bit.
Well,
Kind of. My microphone's stuck. There we go. Nice. So can we get a drill on this thing? Tighten it up.
I got the drill in my pocket.
He's got a drill in his pocket going jing-a-ling-a-ling. All right, this ain't that exciting. That is a hefty motor right there, buddy. Yeah, this was quoted for like a lot of time, and we're nowhere near it. About ready to hook up some final connections here on the manifold there on the other side, and screw on the compressor. We'll pull a vacuum on it. This was supposed to be more than one day. We're hauling the beans to the biscuit factory.
I think we're doing pretty good, buddy.
I think we're rolling it. We're rolling. We're gonna chop off those ugly blue crimp-ons that kind of work, but we're gonna put some right angles on there. There we go. Pretty as that. And I usually trim a little bit of the overhang off. I had to do a little modification to this and chop off that front piece so it can get tighter. You want to puncture from the back side or roll into it from the back side. See how that works, people?
Oh.
Crunch. Yeah,
damn,
these.
you're so small.
Actually,
so small.
I seen this from Ryan Huseman is the one that showed me this, and I was like, dude, I'd like that, and I said, I'm copying that.
All right, number 3 goes on the very top.
Don't matter. It's not scroll, I don't think, is it?
No, but it's a reset.
Don't matter.
Still,
it just pumps up and down.
Still, I'm putting it back the same way I found it.
It don't make no difference.
I'm putting it back the same way I found it. Shut it.
All right.
Right
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Make sure you're doing this right.
There's only one way you can do it. See that? See the opening right here?
No, hold on a second. I gotta look over here. All right, go ahead.
See that opening?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to slide over that tip. So these can only go on one way.
Okay.
You cannot physically make them go on any other
right.
way. See how it slides right in there? Like that? Now, if you were to flip it the other, I'm not taking it back off, but if you were to flip it the other way, it would never slide on.
Is it all the way on?
Yeah, it's all the way on.
What about that ground strap? You don't need that, do you?
Yes.
Just put it on some paint. Paint's not an insulator. That'll work great. There you go. Just lay it beside it. It'll be all right. Wow, that's pretty fancy. What kind of washer is that?
I don't know. It came in the kit.
It's a star washer, I believe.
It's a lock washer.
It's a lock washer is what it's doing, but I think the type of lock washer it is a star. I could be wrong.
See, so now the problem is with that being metric, you come in here with your handy dandy dinker daubers, grab right a hold of that dinker dauber.
I don't think you got a hold of it. You're making it so dark I can't see nothing.
That's horrible. Bingo. Tight.
Thanks, I didn't need my lens scratched.
I didn't try.
You did very good for not trying. Man, oh man.
Did I actually hit it?
Yeah.
I didn't try to. You blame me for
everything. It's all your fault. Wait a minute here. Look at that. We are way too short. That's never even going to touch that. Well, you screwed me. I told you not to put this together in advance, but you're like, no, let's get her done before we go to lunch.
It's literally fine. All you got to do is
He's had 7 beers, and now he's like,
right here.
Oh yeah, there you go. Bend it till you make her. Bend her. You know what? That's how that's broke. That is how that broke, and that's where it leaked at.
What do you mean?
If I'd known that, we wouldn't have done it like that. I never thought about that until just now. We need to put a piece of uni strut or something down here on that and raise that up so that it don't put a lot of torque on that. Just zip screw it into the filter dryer and then it won't move. Just use a little rubber. Use one of those barn washers though. That way it don't leak. It'd be all right then.
With the neoprene washer?
Absolutely.
That'll work.
I got a little treat for you. It's gonna probably pull off. Yeah, it's most likely gonna pull off.
You gotta put it right in the middle.
I didn't do that. Sure. So what we ended up doing is put a piece of wood behind there, and like I said, the one piece broke, so had to go out of the truck again. That holds her. She doesn't wiggle. It doesn't pull that over as far as what was pulling over earlier. And we're pretty good on all this. Pretty sure we got good here. Got to look at my mirror. Yep, we got her good. Got her real good. But I like that a new sight glass. It talked about it in the quote, but nobody ordered it, so it's not like we carry that type of sight glass sitting in the truck. They like to get the junk ones with the brass. Kind of sucks, but that's how we always did it. We got to keep doing it just the same way. I want to get good contact with the suction line, and it ain't always just what the bulb hits. You know that that strap does a lot of the conduction of the temperature and brings it over to the bulb. That's why wire ties don't work real good. So, on that last job I did, they actually had us add some paste to it that helps conduct a little bit, kind of like what you use on a CPU on your computer. And you bend that over.
Just to let you know, the bulb was mounted right here last time.
Where at?
Right
on top?
Yeah, right where the clamp is.
Since
right here.
When has that ever been the way we do it?
Right here.
I can't see with your hand in the way.
Right here where my hand is.
I can't see with my finger. Like right there?
Yeah.
Look at that. There's a little bitty gap right there. Can you see that? There, you can see it. See that? That's what you want to do. Should not have that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab some silver tape and see if I can find me some thermal paste. And we'll put this back in like that. Nothing's going to get light. There we go. There we go.
Probably in the way of the camera.
Probably. There we go. I think we got it. I think my finger's in there. Okay, and let's wipe this face off because we want to make sure that's nice and clean. Yeah. There we go. All better now. All betters. Probably here put a little lubrication on stuff, but yeah. You know.
It's plenty well lubed. All that was covered in oil, remember?
Yeah, originally. Get on there with my 2-inch magnificent wrench. There he goes. Yeah, that's special torque right there, buddy.
Oh, elbow pop. There it is.
Yep, that's how you do it. Oh my God, are you using channel locks on that square flat piece of pipe? That nut? Are you using channel locks? Are those channel locks?
Yep. Sure are.
Those are channel locks with aggressive flat
Look at that.
jaws.
Look at that. I don't even need to hold the bottom.
Ain't
Look at
that
that.
great? People don't understand
Look
that.
at that.
Would you look
Here,
at that?
We're gonna even go one more. Look.
Let's
watch.
go one more.
So, you get it started on there?
Yep, look at that. One hand.
Look at my hand.
One hand. Yep, look
Look,
at that.
not even touching the bottom.
Yep. People don't understand that. That's German engineering right there on a German machine. Now, you guys don't realize that you have to use German tools to use it on this German machine or it won't work right. It won't work right. German. Now, this compressor's made in France, unfortunately. Flat jaws. Flat jaws. So, I couldn't find any thermal paste. So, we're just going to add a little silver tape to it first. That'll help conduct a little more to it. I mean, if York thinks it's a good idea, then, you know, I think, you know, it's definitely a good thing, right? That's what they did on that last job, so whatever. So we've got it all fancied up there and all sealed up except for that one spot. Like I said, we gotta set the superheat, make sure it's right. Everything else is tidied up. All this is all back together. So hooray for vacuum. So we're gonna watch it for a bit. Hopefully that 0.8 starts to drop a little bit. But right now it's been holding kind of steady. And then hopefully get on our way. Okay. I do got this little guy here. I haven't used him yet. I just played with him on the vacuum pump. Kind of convenient. If you don't have a lot of money, that little guy right there is pretty affordable, and it has the same sensor. The main thing I noticed that it's missing is the 0.1 decimal as far as the reading, so it doesn't give you that, you know, leak rate of like say 0.1, 0.8, whatever. And you're gonna pass that already? That's faster than I would do it. We're at 0.5. She's holding pretty good. That last valve off that I did, it did really well at it. So let's go ahead and let her rip, Tater Chip, to see what we can do with this thing. Alrighty, so we've got everything bled up to here. We got everything bled up to there. We are ready to dump it in. It holds about 7 point what?
7.716.
7.716 or whatever. We'll get that good 7 pounds in there. That side glass looks like crap. I really wish somebody would just ordered it. I mean, you ordered everything else in the factory, should have just ordered that, but whatever. Definitely moisture indicator's junk on it now. Filter dryer, brand new, all secured. Not the greatest wire job there, but it's gonna hold it in just fine. We got our gauges hooked up there on the horizontal for the liquid, and I got a little spot there for the suction. They got it in Espanol there. They got it in Italiano. Think I'm kidding? That's the Italiano. We had some either Chinese or Japanese. I got a app on my phone, but I just really didn't feel like trying to read it off that app to try to read this as it converts it to English. All my E numbers are on. From what I see, if they're on, that's good. When they're off, that's bad. Total opposite of how we do stuff, but whatever. Number 1's on, but I think that just tells you that like the pump's running. God forbid you would have put a freaking label here that says 1 is pump, 2 is this, 3 is that, 4 is this, up and down. Some basic instructions. Nope, none of it. So yeah. Okay, it just came on. Fan's running, it's blowing heat. Probably ain't gonna run for long. Sight glass looks to be full. That's good. We are on the wrong refrigerant, so let's change that. Go up. 134A is not going to be in here, and unfortunately, in my favorites anyhow, because Testo lets you pick from 7,000 different ones instead of what you want. They screwed that app up pretty good. I like that a lot. Running a 50-degree evaporator, and our water is at 23 Celsius, which I don't speak that language either. So yeah, thank God for Google. Yep, she's done. I think that's it. Yep, she's done. Yep, that looked good. Good enough, we're good. We're out of here. I'm kind of kidding. Really, I am kind of kidding, but yeah. So anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We sure had a good time making it. It was absolutely a great time.
I had fun.
Did you have fun?
I had fun.
All right. Anyhow, make sure you leave a comment. Hit the like button. Share it with a friend. Call your grandma up. Said, hey, watch this with me. You know, she might enjoy this. You never know. Anyhow, unless there's something that happens bad, that's going to wrap it up. I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch. And until next time, we'll catch you on the next one. Later.
Love you.
Love you. So what that thing actually runs is this device here. This big monster is a laser. And they load pieces of metal into this thing right there, like this right here, and it cuts these little holes out, right like that, and cuts these holes out. And they make all this from a round pipe into these different fittings. This is stuff for cars and stuff like that. Not showing you any production, so we shouldn't get any trouble, but yeah. God, I look like shit. Yay! Huh? What? Yeah.